This broadcast will begin in 1 minute. This broadcast will begin in 30 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
1 second from half court. Jumping for joy.
First ever.
A 2-on-1. Oh,
did he bring it in?
He did.
It is
Caught!
This broadcast is a production of the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation.
Good evening once again from EQT Park, home of the Washington Wild Things and the WPIAL Baseball Championships. Tonight, the WJPA Sports Network brings you the back half of the 2A Section 1 series between the host Chartiers-Houston Bucks and the visiting Frazier Commodores. Hi everyone, I'm Bob Gregg. Nate Rigotti, our floor director, Cam Pritz on camera for us tonight. This series originally scheduled for April 13th and 14th by the WPIAL. The schools agreed to move it up 2 weeks and play a doubleheader right before the Easter break. At least that's the way it looked. One game got played that week with Frazier winning 7-5. That decision and what's happened for both teams since creates the drama of tonight's game. Since that first meeting, Chartiers-Houston has swept Bentworth, beaten playoff-bound Burgettstown, and lost twice to section champion Fort Cherry. Frazier, on the other hand, hasn't won a section game since. Swept by the three clinched playoff teams, Fort Cherry, California, and Burgettstown. The Bucks clinched the final playoff spot with a win tonight. The Commodores put Chartiers-Houston in a pickle with a victory and keep their own playoff hopes alive in doing so. Tonight's game on the WJPA Sports Network is brought to you in part by Washington County College Center, operated by Community College of Beaver County. By the Washington Greene County chapter of the Pennsylvania Sports Hall of Fame, celebrating our region's rich athletic tradition. By CNX Dreamfields, making your dream field come true. By Bell Print and Stitch, digital print, embroidery, design, and fundraising. Bell Print and Stitch in Bentleyville and on Facebook. By Camera Bartolotta for Pennsylvania Senate. Find out more at cameraforsenate.com. By Visit Green. Greene County has something for everyone. Log on, visitgreen.org. By Washington Financial Bank for 125 years. Proud to be the bank that gets you. By Curtis Pharmacy in Washington, Claysville, Connellsville, Carmichaels, and online at curtispharmacy.com. And by Walsh Valve and Specialty Incorporated, wishing the Bucks good luck driving for the playoffs. We'll look at the playoff picture in this section and others involving Washington and Greene County teams and check the starting lineups and more when the Visit Greene County pregame show continues here on the WJPA Sports Network.
CCBC's Washington County College Center gives you the edge to get ahead. High school students can learn to fly before they drive with our Aviation Academy. If helping others is what you do, let us help you. Advance from LPN to RN and open new doors in your healthcare career. Or get ahead in college by earning general education credits. No matter your path, we're here to help you move forward. Learn more at ccbcwashington.com.
This is Coach Guy Montecalvo for the Washington Greene County chapter of the Pennsylvania Sports Hall of Fame, here to invite you to become a member of our chapter and help celebrate the stories of these outstanding athletes, coaches, and teams. For just $10, you'll have the opportunity to vote for respected athletes, coaches, and teams of yesteryear as we recognize these sports figures for their contributions to our rich athletic tradition. We're the Washington Greene County chapter of the Pennsylvania Sports Hall of Fame. Find us online or hit us up on Facebook and be a part of something exceptional.
My dream field has a scoreboard with a giant TV.
My dream field has dugouts for our mascot to dance on.
My dream field has lights to play at night. And a duck pond.
CNX is making dream fields come true by donating millions of dollars throughout Appalachia. Nominate your field at cnx.com/dreamfields.
Welcome back to EQT Park ahead of tonight's matchup. Let's take a look at the playoff picture in baseball involving Washington and Greene County teams. 6A, Cannon McMillan has clinched, and they've clinched a share of the section title and will be the 1 seed coming out of the bracket if Norwin beats Mount Lebanon tomorrow. If Mount Lebanon wins, Lebo will be that 1 seed. 5A, Section 2, 3 teams, make it 4 teams battling for 2 playoff spots. Trinity and Peters Township are in a 3-way tie currently with Upper St. Clair. The Panthers swept both the Hillers and the Indians in their regular season series, and Chartiers Valley sits just a game back. Chartiers Valley and Upper St. Clair play next week. Trinity takes on Moon. Peters Township plays South Fayette. Ringgold sits 1 game, 1 win shy of getting into the playoffs. They can take care of that next week when they host Laurel Highlands. Uniontown sitting at 4-6 would need to sweep to get in. 3A Section 4, Seton LaSalle has clinched the championship. Charleroi has clinched a playoff spot. Keystone Oaks, Waynesburg, both at 5-5 in the dance if it started today. Washai and McGuffey a game back out of the playoffs if they started today. But all play teams in that battle: Waynesburg, Charleroi, Washington, Keystone Oaks, and McGuffey, Seton LaSalle. 2A Section 1, Fort Cherry has clinched a share of the section title, and they would win any tiebreaker. They'll be the 1 coming out of that section. California has clinched. Burgettstown has clinched. Chartiers-Houston clinches with a win tonight, or any win the rest of the way out. Frazier to get in has to beat the Bucks tonight, then sweep Best Center and have Chartiers-Houston lose twice to California. And 1A Section 1, Greensburg Central Catholic has clinched the championship. Avella has clinched a playoff spot. Jeff Morgan and Carmichael's battling for the last 2 positions. Starting lineups when we come back on the WJPA Sports Network. Greene County, Visit Greene County pregame show.
Get your name out there with Bell Print and Stitch in Bentleyville. Whether it's your business, your school, your team, whatever group or organization, Bell Print and Stitch does digital printing, including banners and vehicle graphics. They'll put your logo on anything with embroidery, heat press vinyl, or screen printing, all at competitive prices. Need an online fundraising spirit store? Call 724-207-3408. Bell Print and Stitch on Main Street in Bentleyville. See more on Facebook.
The cost of living is crushing Pennsylvania families. Property taxes are too high, electric bills keep climbing, and it's hard to make ends meet and plan for the future. I'm Senator Cameron Bartolotta. I'm working hard to lower taxes so you keep more of what you earn. I'm working to make Pennsylvania more business friendly, to attract investment and grow our economy. I'm committed to lowering your energy costs by protecting reliable, affordable power. On May 19th, I'm asking for your vote so I can keep fighting for a more affordable Pennsylvania. Paid for by Cameron for Senate.
Looking for your next getaway? Discover Greene County, Pennsylvania, where small town charm meets wide open adventure. Explore scenic parks and winding trails. Visit historic towns and tour our picturesque covered bridges. Enjoy family-friendly events, hands-on history, and peaceful countryside views. Whether you're planning a day trip or a weekend escape, Greene County has something for everyone. Start planning your visit today at visitgreene.org.
Welcome back to EQT Park here on the Visit Green pregame show here on WJPA Sports Network. Let's take a look at starting lineups. First of all, for the visitors, the Frazier Commodores, head coach Rob Dorkin, 2-7 on the year, and yet in control of at least a large part of their playoff destiny. Center fielder Chase Fulmer will lead off, followed by the first baseman Nick Porter and the shortstop Brant Alexson. Third baseman Noah Baczynski in the 4 spot, followed by the right fielder Eli Cernuska and the pitcher Logan Solomon. Left fielder Tyler Jericho bats 7th, followed by the catcher Cannon Merrill and second baseman Camden Stokes. For Chartiers-Houston and their head coach Tanner Phillips, 5-4 section mark and totally in control of their playoff destiny. Win one game the rest of the way, and you get to dance in the WPIL 2A party. Shortstop Aaron Walsh will lead off. He's followed by the catcher Dom Coomer and the pitcher Brady Gottfredson. Right fielder Parker Riggle bats 4th, followed by third baseman Julius Livingston and the second baseman Josh Hawkins. Mateo Reyes is the designated hitter, batting 7th, followed by first baseman Cale Bitts and the left fielder Luke Barish. Reyes, the DH, by the way, hitting for center fielder Brady Robaugh. Frazier is not using a designated hitter. Gottfredson on the mound, making his 4th pitching appearance, has worked 7 1/3 innings, has not allowed an earned run, given up just 2 hits, 3 walks, and struck out 7. Opponents hitting a measly 0.83 batting average against Brady Gottfredson. We'll check that Chartiers-Houston defense after this opening pitch, and we are underway, and this one hits Chase Fulmer, hit batter aboard. Let's set that defense. Gottfredson on the hill, Dom Coomer catching, Cale Bitts at first, Josh Hawkins at second, Julius Livingston at third, and Aaron Walsh, the Chartiers-Houston shortstop. Luke Barish, Brady Robaugh, Parker Riggle, Bucks outfield from left around to right. And right off the bat, a runner aboard, pitch to the plate to Porter. Misses outside for ball 1, so says home plate umpire Brian Gillespie. Outfield center fielder Robaugh shaded toward right center. Pitch misses up and away. It's 2-0. And left fielder Barish is well off the line as well and shallow in all 3 outfield positions. Pitch misses high, and it's 3 balls and no strikes to Nick Porter, 386 batting average. Has not seen a pitch in the zone as of yet. Here's the 3-0 from Gottfredson, and that's well off the mark. 2 on and nobody out to open the first inning. That'll bring up Brant Alexson, shortstop, a 351 batting average. By the way, the hit batter, the 3rd in 7 innings by Brady Gottfredson, and now 3 hit batters and 4 walks. So 7 free bases in 7 innings of work. 2-1, nobody out. Alexson stands in. Check of the runners. Gottfredson comes to the plate. Pitch misses low for ball 1. Started the game with a hit batter, and now 5 straight pitches out of the zone over the next 2 batters. The 1-0, that's low. Pitches to Porter were primarily high and out of the zone. The 2 pitches so far to Alexson here have been low and out of the zone. 2 balls, no strikes. And this one right down the middle for a called strike. Alexson with 9 runs batted in on the year. Frazier does not have a home run as a team. Two-1 tails off the edge of the plate. Now 3-1. Gottfredson, who is not allowed an earned run, is pitching his way into a full-blown jam here in the top of the first inning. 3-1 to the plate. That misses high, and the bases are loaded. We're going to get a trip to the mound. Yeah, if there's ever a time for a first inning trip to the mound, hit batter, 5-pitch walk, or 4-pitch walk, 5-pitch walk, that'd probably be the time. In a game that you really want to win because you want to eliminate all questions about who's going to the playoffs. Out of this section, for Cherry will go as the 1, California at 8-2 at the moment. And California Chartiers-Houston will play next week. Chartiers actually could play their way into a tie for second and would get the nod if they are able to win this game and sweep the Trojans next week. They would be the 2, but California has clinched. Burgettstown at 5-5 has also clinched a playoff spot. They have 2 games with Fort Cherry, but even if they would lose both of their games, Frazier already has 7 losses, and Burgettstown wins the tiebreaker there. And should Chartiers-Houston lose out and finish with 7 losses, Burgettstown split with Chartiers, and so that 3-way tie would go to Burgettstown because they would be 3-1 in games among the 3 tied teams, and then you would go to head-to-head, and Frazier would win that. First pitch is fouled off. Back pick throw to first, and it goes into right field. Coomer's throw too tall at first, played back in by Riggle, but the free passes and now the errant throw at first, and the Commodores take a 1-0 lead. Ball and a strike, the count on Noah Baczynski. Still nobody out. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Gottfredson misses high and tight, 2-1. Some rain, obviously, throughout the afternoon, but thought around the 6 o'clock hour that we were going to be about done. Got a little downpour about 20 after. Swing and a miss, good fastball. Too much for Baczynski to catch up with. Count even up at 2-2. Gottfredson working from the windup now. 2-2 hit in the air, shallow right field, long run for Hawkins. He's going out, coming in as Riggle. Riggle will make the call. The throw back to the infield holds the runner at third. Good job there by Riggle. Gets settled underneath it. Looked like he may have had a little trouble getting the ball out of the glove. Yeah, he did. But runner Porter holds at third base, so second and third, now 1 out here in the frame. Eli Cernuska comes to the plate. .310 batting average for the Frazier right fielder. First pitch tapped up the third base line. It's going to roll foul and quickly touched there by Livingston. The other night in the Pirates-St. Louis game, I want to say there was a tapper like that, and the Bucks didn't get there in time to touch it when it was in foul, and it rolled back along the line, and about 10 feet shy of the third base bag, it died right on the line. That's a fair ball. That's why you want to sprint and do everything you can to get to that ball when it's in foul territory to make it a foul ball. No balls and a strike to Cernuska. Takes a curveball on the outside edge for strike 2. Brady Gottfredson trying to battle his way back here after the 3 free passes opened the frame, and an error allowed the first run to score. Trying to slam the door. Here's the 0-2. Fisted foul. That one's going to find the second level seating here at EQT Park. First Wild Things season nearly a quarter century ago. It's hard to believe. Another 0-2, and that one hits Cernuska. Gottfredson coming down. I don't know if he's arguing. And I think Gottfredson asking, did Cernuska lean into it? And he did not. No lean in, no swing, no anything. The second hit batter of the inning reloads the bases, and still only 1 out. Batter is the pitcher Logan Solomon, just a .259 batting average. Takes the first pitch over the heart of the plate for a called strike. Swing and a miss. Ball tailing down. Looked a good drop to it. And Solomon swinging over top of it. He's now in an 0-2 hole. Cernuska was in an 0-2 hole, but got hit by a pitch. 0-2 here. Tapper back to the pitcher. He'll throw to first and threw it high, and it went to the backstop. 2 runs are going to score. Second error of the inning on the Bucks, and it's 3-0 Frazier. So Porter scores. Alexson scores. Cernuska goes to third, and Solomon safe at second base. And we're going to get a courtesy runner for the pitcher. It's going to be Caden Biddle. Still only 1 out. First pitch is a fastball high to Jericho. Jericho takes a pitch on the outside edge for a called strike. It's 1-1. Goffredson deals. Tapper to the right side. That's going to plate another run. Hawkins comes, scoops, and going to get the out call at first. Went glove to glove there. A little Tapper, almost more than the Bucks could handle. RBI for Jericho. So now it's 4-0 in favor of the Commodores. That will bring up Cannon Merrill. Pitch at the knees for a called strike to Merrill. Hitting .240 on the season. Goffredson's pitch outside for a ball. 2 walks, 2 hit batters. They have all come across the score. 1-1 down the outside edge for strike 2. And I'm thinking we got pretty good rain going on right now. Comes the 1-2 pitch. Up and away. Yeah. Just looking at the upward lights out by the scoreboard, and there's a great shot from Cam Pritz. Ball pop foul. That's going to get back into the seats. It is coming down hard. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Runner at third. Swing and a miss. The side is retired. 8 batters come to the plate. 4 of them come across without a base hit. 2 Chartiers-Houston errors and a runner left on. We played half an inning. Frazier 4, Chartiers-Houston nothing on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation.
You deserve a bank that drives your business. One that's with you for the long haul and knows how to keep your business rolling. At Washington Financial, we pride ourselves on delivering customized solutions, ones that are built for the unique journey your business is on. Go with the bank that gets you. Washington Financial Bank.
Everybody needs some help these days. Take Jessica's mom.
High deductible. Mom forgets about her pills. I go crazy. But then I heard about Curtis Pharmacy.
See, Curtis Pharmacy cures the crazy. Save with Better RX and Backed by Meds. Ease Jess's quite worried mind.
Better RX has generics priced lower than online pharmacies.
And Backed by Meds has your meds packed in pouches, stamped with a date and time to be taken. No more pill boxes. Dare to compare at CurtisPharmacy.com.
Go to the bottom of the first inning. Let's take a look at the Frazier defense. Logan Solomon on the hill. Cannon Merrill was catching. Nick Porter at first. Camden Stokes at second. Noah Baczynski at third. And Brant Alexson is the shortstop. Tyler Jericho, Chase Fulmer, Eli Cernuska, the outfield from left around to right. Solomon making his fourth appearance on the mound, an 0-1 record with a 5.65 earned run average. He's worked 8 2/3 innings, allowed 9 hits, 7 earned runs. Walked 9, struck out 12 opponents, hitting .243. But Logan Solomon will take the mound and throw his first pitch with a 4-0 lead on the board behind him. 2 hit batters, 2 walks, 2 errors, 1 earned run, 3 more on the board unearned because of the second error of the inning. First error did not affect earned or unearned status because it was not. It was simply a base advance and was not an out that was going to be there. And the way it played out, that run would have scored anyway. The Fulmer run, he would have scored on the second hit batter. Aaron Walsh leads off for Chartiers-Houston. First pitch from Solomon is a breaking ball in the turf. All natural, all turf surface here at EQT Park all the way around. Breaking ball drops into the zone for a called strike. New seats in the lower bowl, the stadium seats, and in the box areas here at EQT Park. Fastball ripped but foul down into the bullpen area and just out of play over into the EQT Pavilion. Also referred to for years as the grassy knoll. Ball and 2 strikes on Walsh. Solomon's pitch stays high. Count even up at 2-2. Walsh, 373 average. If he gets on first, you can pretty well count he's going to get the second. 24 stolen bases, but you can't steal first. 2-2, Walsh pops it up, foul territory. That one's going to drift over to that bullpen area and drop just out of play. Maybe it stayed in. It came back. If it dropped out of play, if it was outside that netting, it came back. As wet as that is, I'm not thinking that that's what happened, so it must have dropped inside the leaning net. Count holds it 2-2 to Walsh. Solomon's 2-2 delivery misses low. If you're Rob Dorkin, the last thing you want after getting gifted 4 runs in the top of the inning is a leadoff walk. But there it is. 3-2 pitch misses low. And just like that, Walsh aboard. Now that'll put pressure on Solomon, the pitcher, to hold the runner tight, on Merrill to catch and get rid of it quickly if he can. Dom Coomer standing in. Just a 186 batting average for Coomer. Walsh on the move. First pitch dug out of the turf and no chance for Merrill to throw. Stolen base number 25 on the season for Aaron Walsh. And a good look there from our center field camera. Nothing Merrill could do with that but control it and lob it out to the pitcher Solomon. Comes the 1-0 to Coomer. That's about the same pitch. Misses outside and low. Two balls, no strikes. Solomon at the belt. Looks back a couple of times, comes home. Coomer takes that pitch for a called strike. Middle infielders trying to keep Walsh close. Fastball inside edge, strike 2. I thought for a second that Walsh was going to try to take third there. And if Frazier, middle infielders, don't hold him closer than where he was, and now they both get involved here. Tapper back to the pitcher, mishandles it. He'll have no play. And so a walk and an error here. Runners at the corners. Coomer aboard on the E1. Walsh couldn't go on that initial tap of the ball, because if Solomon fields it cleanly, he could be stuck in no man's land. But once it got by the pitcher, Walsh busted it into third. Put runners at the corners with nobody out here in the bottom of the first. Coomer has 14 steals, and there he goes, and that pitch in the turf. No throw down to second. The running Bucks are off and moving. 1-0 in the turf, 2-0. Frazier with a 4-0 lead, but that a base hit away from being cut in half. 3 batters into this bottom of the first inning. And a fly ball hit well to left. Jericho giving chase, and he runs out of room. Not just cut in half, Brady Gottfredson gets his first home run of the year. A 3-run blast to left. And Chartiers-Houston is pulled to within a run. 3 batters into this bottom of the first inning. That'll bring up Parker Riggle. Jericho turned and gave chase, but the ball well out of here. In the first home run for Gottfredson this year. And he could not have picked a better time to help himself after what he allowed in the top of the first inning. Riggle stands in, .333 average. Fly ball to right, not nearly as well hit. Cernuska, looking through the rain, charges in and makes the grab for the inning's first out. Now Julius Livingston comes to the plate. Livingston hitting .341. And now wind blowing and heavy rain again. Bunt is put down. Solomon charges, gloves, throws to first. Good job by Porter. Stretch out, get the ball, and get back to the base ahead of Livingston for the second out. And that'll bring up the second baseman, Josh Hawkins. I got to tell you, I'll be surprised if this level of rain continues when the inning ends, if the umpires let them go back out. The video board in right field, that's just a brutal look if you look at the upward lights. Batter is Hawkins, checks off, takes the pitch for ball 1. The appeal says no swing. Get a great look there and just see the streams of rain. That's actually the scoreboard in left. Pop up behind third. Alex in the shortstop coming into foul territory. He'll make the grab to end the inning, but Chartiers-Houston scores 3 runs on 1 hit. The 3-run home run by Gottfredson. There was an error and nobody left on. We've played 1. Your score, Frazier 4, Chartiers-Houston 3 on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation.
Start strong and stay local. CCBC's Washington County College Center gives you the edge to get ahead. High school students can learn to fly before they drive with our Aviation Academy. If helping others is what you do, let us help you. Advance from LPN to RN and open new doors in your healthcare career. Or get ahead in college by earning general education credits. No matter your path, we're here to help you move forward. Learn more at ccbcwashington.com.
This is Coach Guy Montecalvo for the Washington Greene County chapter of the Pennsylvania Sports Hall of Fame, an organization that recognizes athletes, coaches, officials, teams, and contributors. Last year, we awarded $7,500 in scholarships to local high school athletes, plus $3,000 to our Courage Award and Edward Monaco Above and Beyond Award winners. We granted money to high school athletes starting their own nonprofit charities and partnered with the Pony League World Series. We encourage you to join us at our next meeting and be a part of something exceptional. The Wash Greene Hall of Fame. Find us online or hit us up on Facebook.
Well, I mentioned I would be surprised if that rain continued and we went back out right away, but I am surprised. Dan Alderson in the house. Appreciate his help all year long. Also, big thank you to Mandy Hartman, the athletic director at Frazier, for her help ahead of this game. We go to the top of the second, 4-3 Frazier. Bunt put down, but foul by Camden Stokes. Hitting just 122. An opportunity there with Livingston playing back and trying to drop that down, but ball went foul, and now Livingston at third is shortened up. Pitch in for a strike. It's 0-2. We play 7 innings by regulation, extras if we're tied after 7. The 0-2, Stokes waves and misses, down on strikes, back-to-back strikeouts. 1 to end the first, 1 to open the second for Brady Gottfredson. And Stokes just could not wait on that off-speed breaking ball. Back to the top of the order, the guy that got it all started for Frazier, Chase Fulmer, hit by a pitch. First pitch to the plate, in on the hands, swung on and missed. Mentioned 7 innings, extras if necessary if we're tied. Game can be shortened to either 3 or 4 innings by a 15-run margin, with the losing team having had at least as many innings at bat as the leading team. Can be shortened to 5 or 6 innings with a 10-run margin. Fastball away. Ball and a strike. What was supposed to settle into a nice evening has really devolved here into just one that makes me extremely grateful to be in a press box. Ball fouled off by Fulmer, and the count now 1-2. Brady Gottfredson winds and deals. 2-2 pitches lifted, foul and out of play. My apologies, I believe I said 1-2, but it is 2-2. The count holds there with that foul ball. The 2-2 to the plate, in on the hands, grounder to second. Hawkins gloves, lob throw, and he's off the mark. Third error of the game for Chartiers-Houston. Hawkins just kind of lost the handle there, or what happened, but Fulmer aboard. Fulmer slipped coming out of the batter's box. Boy, and just a kind of a lob toss there, and Hawkins off the mark. Boy, 1 out base runner. Throw to first, knocked down by first baseman Bitts. Going to get a new, hopefully dry baseball in the game. And that ball hit the ground and then rolled on that turf and just got wet. And Bitts said, no, let's get another one. First pitch to Porter, slaps it foul over the GA seats. Third base side. We might be here next Monday still. when Chartiers-Houston plays their next section game. That'll be against California. Off-speed pitch misses high. We are 7 outs in. One of the beauties of this game, there is no clock. 1-1 strike called outside edge. Had a 7-inning game on Monday afternoon at Fort Cherry that went off in about an hour and 25 minutes. This one will be hard pressed to match that. Here comes the 1-2 from Gottfredson. Fisted down the left field line, drops in fair territory. Barish clear over into the corner to track it down. Heading to third is Fulmer's going to make the turn and will score without a throw to the plate. RBI double for Nick Porter makes it 5-3 Frazier. And another run scored after that batter reached base on a free pass. Brent Alexson, the batter now. Alexson walked to load the bases in the first. And scored on the errant throw to the plate, trying to get a force out. First pitch to Alexson, misses low for ball one. Stokes struck out to open the inning. Then an E4 and now an RBI double has made it 5-3 Frazier. Alexson strokes one to left. That's going to go to the corner, make it 6-3. That one goes all the way to the wall. Alexson digging for second base and will get in there standing up. Ball got away from the shortstop, but well handled by the rest of the Bucks. Back-to-back RBI doubles. 10 RBI on the season now for Alexson. And the score goes to 6-3. That'll bring up Noah Baczynski. Frazier trying to keep its playoff hopes alive. Chartiers-Houston trying to lock it up. But Frazier's had the better of it through the first 7 outs of this game. First pitch to the plate, pop foul, that's going to find the seats. Well, actually heads over by the first base grill. Hope you weren't in line there. No balls and a strike to Baczynski. The pitch comes, popped up foul. That's going to find, that is finding the seats around the sweet seats on the first base side. Now Baczynski in an 0-2 hole. Fly out to right, his first time up. Runner at second and 1 out. 2 runs already in. Ground ball to first. Good job there by Bitts to get down and handle it. Runner moves to third. 2 outs in the inning. Baczynski retired first base unassisted. Eli Cernuska to the plate for the second time, hit by a pitch. His first time up. First pitch to Cernuska, swing and a miss. After 1 out, infield grounder, errant throw, and then back-to-back run-scoring doubles for Porter and Alexson. Now 0-1 is tapped foul to the backstop, and the count goes to 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Right-hander winds and deals. Pitch into turf, dug out by Coomer. He'll need a dry baseball. Alexson at third. Here's the 1-2 to the plate. This is up above the letters, evens the count at 2-2. Good look from our center field camera. Pitch high. Two pitch. That low and away for ball 3. Runner at third and 2 out. 2 runs in for Frazier, looking to add to that 6-3 lead. Swinging a foul ball back to the backstop. Count holds at 3-2. Big thank you to Walsh Valve and Specialty Incorporated, helping to make our broadcasts happen. Wishing the Bucks good luck during their drive for the playoffs. Here's a 3-2 pitch in on the hands and ripped well foul. That ball a long way the left field grill area. Another 3-2 pitch will come. Gottfriedson been in the zone with those. Now 3-2, swing and a foul tip. Ball in on the hands. Late swing decision by Cernuska. He just tapped it foul. Been 3-2 foul balls in a row. Cernuska crowding the plate a little bit. Gottfriedson, curveball, swing and a miss, and the side is retired. Third strikeout of the game for the Chartiers-Houston right-hander. But Frazier plates 2 more runs on 2 hits, an error, and a runner left on. We've played 1.5. Frazier 6, Chartiers-Houston 3 on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation.
My dream field has a scoreboard with a giant TV.
My dream field has dugouts for our mascot to dance on.
My dream field has lights to play at night. And a duck pond.
CNX is making dream fields come true by donating millions of dollars throughout Appalachia. Nominate your field at cnx.com/dreamfields.
Get your name out there with Bell Print and Stitch in Bentleyville. Whether it's your business, your school, your team, whatever group or organization, Bell Print and Stitch does digital printing, including banners and vehicle graphics. They'll put your logo on anything with embroidery, heat press vinyl, or screen printing, all at competitive prices. Need an online fundraising spirit store? Call 724-207-3408. Bell Print and Stitch on Main Street in Bentleyville. See more on Facebook.
We go to the bottom of the first inning. I'm sorry, bottom of the second inning. Let's not back this up any further than we have to. Bottom of the second, Chartiers-Houston trailing 6-3. And the bottom third of the batting order, Reyes, Bitts, and Barish to bat against Logan Solomon. 20 pitch first for Chartiers-Houston. Plated 3 runs, all coming across on the Gottfriedson home run. Check swing, Tapper back to the mound. Solomon gloves and throws to first. 1 pitch, 1 out as the DH Reyes retired. Cale Bitts comes to the plate, 257 season average for the Bucks first baseman. Difference in the game right now, the free bases allowed by Chartiers-Houston pitching and defense. So far, Solomon has minimized that, though he gave up a walk and had an error himself in that first. But many more giveaways tonight by the Bucks defensively. First pitch to Bitts in the turf for ball 1. Reach out swing, taps that pitch foul over the netting and into the seats. Second level, third base side. Evens the count at 1-1. Wild Things getting ready for their 2026 season. Bitts pops another one foul, third base side, out of play, 1-2. Wild Things will play their final season in the league that is currently known as the Frontier League. They will still be in the same league next year, but it will be known as the National Association of Professional Baseball. Curveball ripped into right center field. Bitts able to adjust his swing on that off-speed pitch from Solomon and get a 1-out single. That'll bring up Luke Barish. One out here in the Chartiers-Houston second inning. Luke Barish comes to the plate. 0.48 hitter on the season. First pitch misses high for a ball. 9 hitters for each of these teams, well below the Mendoza line. Ball popped up foul going to get out of play. Barish with that even in the count 1-1. Will bluff start there by Bitts at first. Has a couple of stolen bases on the year. Bitts to his lead at first. Solomon to the belt. And now to the plate. That pitch goes all the way to the backstop. Through the batter's box on a hop. Tracked down by Merrill, but easily Bitts into second. Wild pitch. Ball and a strike on the 9-hitter Barish with the speedy Aaron Walsh on deck. 2-1 tap foul. Time Barish is barely able to wait long enough on the breaking ball from Solomon. Same pitch that Bitts pulled into right center field. Here comes the 2-2, popped up. That's in the infield. First baseman Porter has a bead on it. Makes the catch. Second out. And now to the top of the order and Aaron Walsh. Mentioned that Bitts base hit and Barish foul tapper on the same pitch. The difference there was that Bitts, a left-handed batter, easier to wait and keep the bat through the plane and pull that direction with that curveball breaking with your swing. Fastball swung on and foul tip to the backstop. Walsh walked and scored the Bucks' first run. Pitch in the turf, blocked by the catcher Merrill. Runner breaking for third. The throw off the mark and into third base goes Bitts on the wild pitch. Well, that's a play there where you better get there. That is a lonely walk back if you get thrown out trying to advance on that ball to end the inning with the top of the order at the plate. Ball and a strike, the count to Aaron Walsh. First three Bucks batters reached, walk, error, 3-run home run, but Bitts is the only runner since then to get on base 6 batters later. Walsh takes a pitch in the turf for ball 2. A little brightness to the sky now here at EQT Park. Breeze continues to blow out to left. 2-1, Walsh beats it in the ground foul wide of the third base coach's box. Down in that left field bullpen area. Somebody got to go get that ball. Can't lay there in play because sure as anything, a live ball will end up down there and fielders won't know which ball to grab. Pitch in the turf, blocked by Merrill, and a lunge out from his crouch. And now the count goes full at 3-2. Payoff pitch to Aaron Walsh. Hits it in the air to left center, maybe more directly to left. Fulmer started back and comes running in and makes the grab to retire the side. The Bucks get a 1-out single and leave a runner aboard. We've played 2. It's Frazier 6, Chartiers-Houston 3 on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation.
When Governors Wolf and Shapiro tried to impose a carbon tax that would have sent your electric bills through the roof and gutted our energy jobs, I fought back and we won. I'm Senator Cameron Bartolotta. I'm proud to stand with our natural gas and coal industries and the hardworking men and women who keep our lights on. I'll keep fighting against Green New Deal schemes that threaten our jobs and our way of life. On May 19th, I'm asking for your vote so I can keep standing up for you. Paid for by Cameron for Senate.
Looking for your next getaway? Discover Greene County, Pennsylvania, where small town charm meets wide open adventure. Explore scenic parks and winding trails. Visit historic towns and tour our picturesque covered bridges. Enjoy family-friendly events, hands-on history, and peaceful countryside views. Whether you're planning a day trip or a weekend escape, Greene County has something for everyone. Start planning your visit today at visitgreene.org.
Following the game, we'll recognize our player of the game, brought to you by Washington County College Center, operated by Community College of Beaver County. Logan Solomon to lead off this Frazier third inning. His ground ball just out in front of the plate led to 2 runs scoring in that 4-run first for Frazier. Ball fielded and thrown wildly to the plate. That kept the force play from being completed, and it got away at the plate, and that allowed the second run to come across and score as well. Frazier has 6 runs on the board, 2 of them earned, the other 4 of the unearned variety. Chartiers-Houston's 3 runs, 2 earned, 1 unearned. Logan Solomon to lead off, takes a pitch up and in for a ball from Brady Gottfredson. Took a little something off, got that to tail back toward the right-handed batter. Looked originally from this angle that pitch was off the plate away and then tailed back over. 1-1, swing and a miss, ball running away from the right-handed batter. The first strike, that pitch that backs up into the zone. Swing and a miss. Solomon waves at that fastball going by him. 4 strikeouts now for Gottfredson. That'll bring up the left fielder Tyler Jericho. Jericho grounded out to second his first time up. 1 out here in the top of the 3rd. Fastball away, ball 1. 6-3 lead for Frazier. A game the Commodores have to win if they're going to make the playoffs. 1-0 to the left-handed batters, a called strike. Chartiers-Houston, to make the playoffs, needs 1 win, either tonight or either of the 2 games against California next week. Tapper up the first baseline into the coach's box, foul. 1-2 the count. For Frazier to qualify, win tonight, win both games with best center next week, and see California beat Chartiers-Houston twice. That all has to happen for Frazier to get in. If that happens, Frazier is in and Chartiers-Houston is out. Here's the 1-2 to the plate. Little flare to left. It's going to get down. Barish will come over and play that now roller along the left field line. Not a bad pitch by Gottfredson, but Jericho just able to slice it into left field. The 1-out single. Jericho has 4 stolen bases for the Commodores this year, batting now with Cannon Merrill coming to the plate. Jericho short lead at first, not going. First pitch to Merrill's strike at the waist. Now we get some sunshine even here at EQT Park. 0-1 high and tight, evens the count at 1-1. Yeah. All the dark sky clouds going south of us. Tapper up the third base line. Gottfredson off the mound, gloves, throws into the baseline. Good job by Cale Bitts to handle that. On the play, Jericho takes second. 2 outs in the inning. That'll bring up Camden Stokes. But Nick, can we see that replay again? I'm just trying. It looked like Merrill reached out just as he went by. I see the Tapper up the third base line. Good job there by the pitcher. He kind of flipped the left elbow up toward the first baseman there. And no contact made. If that throws a little more into the line, it was enough into the line, but if it's a little more, that little elbow flip might have caused a problem. Curveball in for a called strike to Stokes. He struck out swinging to open the second inning, batting here with a runner at second and 2 out in the third. Swing and a miss. Ball goes to the backstop on the play. Jericho will take third base. Wasn't sure if our umpiring crew was talking about was there a foul tip there, but there was no indication right away. So the strike and pass ball have to rule that. Here's the 0-2. Ball slap foul and out of play. Brady Gottfredson has thrown 70 pitches to get 8 outs. He will not be around for the finish. 0-2 misses up and in. Of course, that will be the case barring the Bucks' big run eruption in either of the next 2 innings. Here's the 1-2, swing and a miss, side retired. Couple of strikeouts in the inning, 5 in the game now for the Bucks right-hander. No runs, a hit, a runner left on for Frazier in the third. We've played 2.5. Frazier 6, Chartiers-Houston 3 on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation.
You deserve a bank that brings fresh ideas to your business. One that can see you're a cut above and knows you like you know your customers. At Washington Financial, we pride ourselves on preparing personalized solutions, ones that cater to the unique needs of your business. Go with the bank that gets you. Washington Financial Bank.
Jessica is a working mom and now takes care of her mom. Jess is a good daughter.
Mom needs to stay at home and be independent. Not always easy, but Curtis Pharmacy made it so easy and affordable for us.
The cost savings are real. Generics often priced below online pharmacies.
Compounding was the key. Now Mom and her fur baby rely on Curtis Pharmacy, and they do it in-house. Ever try to give a cat a pill?
Curtis Pharmacy does what other pharmacies wish they could. Cost saving, better RX, and compounding for people and pets. CurtisPharmacy.com.
Go to the bottom of the third. Frazier with a 6-3 lead. Chartiers-Houston coming in a spot that I know I'm old, but the 1979 Pirates regularly, when they led off the inning with Tim Foley, the 2-hitter in their lineup, they regularly scored a bunch of runs. A bunch of innings when they led off that way. They had runs. Big rainbow out here over the light pole and left. There you go. Beautiful shot. Cam Pritz getting that force. First pitch to Dom Coomer is a breaking ball swung on and missed. Coomer with a little hopper that eluded Solomon first time up. Reached on an error and scored when Gottfredson hit the 3-run home run, accounting for all of the Chartiers-Houston runs so far. Here's the 1-1. Coomer takes that at the letters for a called strike. Comes the 1-2. Swing and a foul tip, just got at the end of the bat on that pitch out off the plate. Early Stanley Cup action in Philly, scoreless, Penguins and Flyers. Bottom 4 at PNC Park, St. Louis 1, Pirates nothing. 1-2 stays high, evens the count at 2-2. Solomon winds and deals 2-2 upstairs, ball 3. Here comes the payoff pitch. That's high as well. Coomer aboard with a walk. It's the second walk allowed by Solomon. He had walked 9 in 8 2/3 innings coming into the ball game, and has walked a couple here tonight. We're going to get a conversation. Remember, Frazier played a 2-game series this week. So, and the Bucks, this was their bye week. And so the way it worked out, when they met back in early April, Chartiers had played their section series 2 games and then played Frazier as a third section game that week. Frazier was on their bye. Now, Frazier, having lost to Burgettstown 1-0 and 10-3, getting their third section game of the week. Chartiers-Houston played a couple of non-conference games, Stowe Rocks and Jeff Morgan. A runner at first and nobody out. Chartiers-Houston down a 3 spot. Gottfredson comes to the plate, and Solomon comes set and steps off. Now comes set. Big lead at first. Line shot over the glove of the shortstop. Coomer rounding second. He'll get the third. Runners at the corners with nobody out here in the Bucks' third inning. Sharp single for Gottfredson, his second hit of the ball game. Parker Riggle comes to the plate now. Flew out to right, shallow fly ball. That right after the Gottfredson home run in the first. Gottfredson running, and that pitch hits the batter, so the bases are loaded with nobody out. Livingston coming to the plate now. Bucks have the potential tying runs on base. First pitch to Livingston, just above the waist, in for a called strike. Third hit batter of the year for Solomon. Ground ball to short. Gonna flip to third, and a ball not caught there. Indecision by Alexson. Fielder's choice, E6, and everybody safe. The Bucks get their 4th run of the game. RBI for Livingston will be his 6th. He's aboard at first. Riggle up to second. Gottfredson reaches on the E6, and Coomer comes around to score. And that'll bring up Josh Hawkins. Hawkins lines one, shortstop snares it. Everybody gets back safely. Ball hit right on the button by Hawkins, but Alexson right there to snare it. One out in the inning, base is still loaded. And we get a batter for the DH. Dadrian Walls comes to the plate. Walls batting here in the third. .217 average, has 5 runs batted in on the year. Batting here with the bases loaded. Pitch misses inside for ball 1. Corner infielders are up in front of the baseline. Middle infielders are about halfway up. 1-0 to Walls in the turf, 2-0. Logan Solomon has allowed only 3 hits, but in danger of walking a run in here now. 3-0 the count to the pinch hitter, Dadrian Walls. A walk and a hit batter wrapped around the Gottfredson single here in this frame. And that pitch hits Walls, forces in a run. The base is still loaded to Cale Bitts. It's now 6-5 on the scoreboard. Little line shot into right center field, going to get down. Runners had the hole. That ball had some carry to it, and so it's just going to be station to station. Cale Bitts with his 8th run batted in this year, and the Bucks have come back to tie the game. Second hit for Bitts. Two hits in the inning, 3 runs across, and the bases still loaded. And Luke Barish to bat now. Infield is up all the way around. Barish shows bunt and bunts it foul. Really good work there. Get a replay of the pitch. Do you have that, Nate? You get a squeeze play, and Solomon did exactly what you ought to do. Throw the ball at the batter. Pitch, throw the pitch at the batter. Self-preservation kicks in well before you can get the hands on the to bunt the ball where you want. You're worrying about getting out of there, and especially when you're a 9-hitter. You're a 9-hitter for a reason, and that is that doesn't work as smoothly as some of your guys in the heart of your batting order. And ball tapped foul by Barish, so the bunt clearly is off now. Infield way up on the left side. Barish takes an off-speed pitch high. Check of the runners from the belt. Ball popped up. Shallow center field coming on. Fulmer will be the center fielder and will make the catch. Runner tags from third, and the throw will not be nearly in time. Sac fly for Barish, and the Bucks take a lead in front 7-6 with their 4th run in this inning. Livingston scores. That Livingston run and any others that might score this inning will be unearned, but they count nonetheless. Back to the top of the order to Walsh. Huge lead at second by Dadrian Walls, and Solomon was going to have none of that. Pitch to the plate misses high to Walsh. Bottom part of the batting order coming through for the Bucks. 8-hitter with an RBI single, the 9-hitter with a sac fly. And Walsh hits a screamer on the ground, and it hops up into the midsection of the shortstop. Throw to second is not in time, and coming all the way around to score is Walls. Chartiers-Houston in front 8-6. Second error of the inning. And the Bucks will bring a 10th batter to the plate. Good job there by Bitts, hustling and taking away that force play at second. And Dom Coomer to bat for the second time this frame. Fastball misses, ball 1. Pitch in the dirt. Nice job there by Merrill to keep that from going to the backstop. Off-speed pitch misses outside. It's now 3-1. And don't look now, but Gottfredson's on deck. Already 2 hits in the game, one of which left the yard. Comes the 3-0 to Coomer. Called a strike. Logan Solomon now over 60 pitches, 8 outs into the game. (3-1) to Coomer, checks off, takes strike 2. Thought it was high. Right between the letters and the waistband. Payoff pitch, runners on the move, 3-2, pop foul, gonna find the seats. Not that they were missing, but it found them anyway. Another 3-2 pitch after the runners have tagged up and on the move. Coomer takes it high for ball 4. That'll load the bases. Third walk of the game. Second time in this inning that Coomer has walked. And now Gottfredson to the plate. Remember that big offensive eruption I mentioned when we were talking about how many pitches Gottfredson and that he wouldn't likely be around for the end? Bucks are in that. 5 across the dish here. And the bases are loaded. 1-0, swing and a miss. Evens the count at 1-1. Solomon at the belt. Swing and a miss. Curveball starting at the batter. And now the 1-2. Gottfredson takes that low and away. Penguins a little past halfway through the first. Scoreless in Philadelphia. Must win for the Penguins. St. Louis leads the Pirates 3-0 in the middle of the 5th. Ball popped up. Foul territory. Might be room. Might stay in play. But third baseman Baczynski gets over there but couldn't make the grab. A lot of room in foul territory. If you're not playing on this field regularly, and he just underran that stayed too far in toward home plate as opposed to getting out, turning around, and coming back at it. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Gottfredson. Solomon's pitch, fly ball to center. Fulmer coming in, makes the catch, and the side is retired, but not before Chartiers-Houston scores 5 runs on just 2 hits. There were 2 errors in the inning, and the bases left loaded. We played 3. Chartiers-Houston 8, Frazier 6 on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation.
Start strong and stay local. CCBC's Washington County College Center gives you the edge to get ahead. High school students can learn to fly before they drive with our Aviation Academy. If helping others is what you do, let us help you. Advance from LPN to RN and open new doors in your healthcare career. Or get ahead in college by earning general education credits. No matter your path, we're here to help you move forward. Learn more at ccbcwashington.com.
This is Coach Guy Montecalvo for the Washington Greene County chapter of the Pennsylvania Sports Hall of Fame, here to invite you to become a member of our chapter and help celebrate the stories of these outstanding athletes, coaches, and teams. For just $10, you'll have the opportunity to vote for respected athletes, coaches, and teams of yesteryear as we recognize these sports figures for their contributions to our rich athletic tradition. We're the Washington Greene County chapter of the Pennsylvania Sports Hall of Fame. Find us online or hit us up on Facebook and be a part of something exceptional.
Welcome back to EQT Park through 3 innings. After trailing 4-0 and 6-3, Chartiers-Houston puts up a 5 spot in their half of the 3rd, and the Bucks are in front 8-6. Frazier coming to the plate here at the top of the order, 1-2-3. It'll be Fulmer, Porter, and Alexson. They have scored 5 of the 6 Frazier runs tonight. Not once have any of those 3 been retired. Fulmer hit by a pitch and reached on an error. First pitch, Gottfriedson hits a little tapper up to Stokes, and Stokes doesn't get it in the glove. Second straight time that Fulmer's reached on an E4. I have that as the 4th Chartiers-Houston error. Leadoff man aboard for Frazier. Comes Nick Porter. In this scenario in the second, doubled down the left field side to drive in a run. Fastball misses inside for ball 1. Seven straight plate appearances by the 1-2-3 hitters, and not once retired tonight. Pitch off the mark, 2 balls and no strikes. Now to Nick Porter, walk and a RBI double. 2 runs scored. Pitch in the turf, it's 3-0. 75 pitches thrown by Brady Gottfriedson. I got you. Here's the 3-0, in for a called strike, took something off of it. Section action next week, Monday, Tuesday. Chartiers-Houston will host California here on Monday. Ball fouled off, and that'll fill the count at 3-2. Then play at California Tuesday. Frazier, meanwhile, will be home to Best Center on Monday, and then in Fredericktown on Tuesday. Fulmer to his lead, a little shorter, 3-2 pitch to the plate, pop foul, that's out of play. The count holds at 3-2. Top of the 4th inning. Frazier batting for the first time tonight while trailing. Here's another 3-2 pitch on the ground through the 5-6 hole into left. Second straight hit for Nick Porter. 2 on and nobody out for the Commodores. Fulmer to second on the base hit. That'll bring up Alexson. See the water spray behind that ground ball on the replay. That's a great look. Two on, nobody out. Frazier has the tying runs on base. Alexson, left-handed hitting shortstop, doubled in a run his last time up. Fastball off the mark. First baseman Bitts playing in front of the runner Porter at first. Line shot into center. Robaugh to his right makes the catch. And the runners will have to retrace and get back to the bags, and they do so. First out of the 4th inning. Runners still at first and second. That ball hit on the button by Alexson, but up in the air enough that Robaugh could track it down. Noah Baczynski to bat, 0 for 2 in the game. Ground ball, shortstop Walsh comes, throws on the run, pulls the first baseman off the bag, but I don't think it would have been in time anyway. Infield single for Baczynski. Walsh had to come a long way. That's a ball you got to have your third baseman come and get. Yeah, it would have been safe whether or not Bitts could stay on the bag. Their second hit of the inning and fifth of the ball game for Frazier. It loads the bases. And just one out here. Ball popped up foul by Eli Cernuska. It's going to be out of play up in the seats. Infield playing back for the Bucks. Swing and a miss. And now Cernuska in an 0-2 hole against Brady Gottfredson. Cernuska hit by a pitch and scored a run in the first, struck out swinging to end the 2-run second for Frazier. 0-2 dug out of the turf, or at least blocked by Coomer. 1-2 the count. Pirates get a run in the bottom of the fifth, pulled within 3-1 of St. Louis after 5. Come back to the mound. Gottfredson this time throw right on the money. The throw to first to get the double play is off the bag. Bitts reaching up over, and there are home plate umpire Brian Gillespie is going to call the batter out for interference. Play goes 1, 2, 3, and well, you know, I don't know where the batter's supposed to go. You got to get to the base, which is entirely in fair territory. And just at the very end, it looked like Cernuska the step to get to the base, but the out call. So a 1-2-3 double play ends the Frazier threat. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Your score: Chartiers-Houston 8, Frazier 6 on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation.
My dream field has a scoreboard with a giant TV.
My dream field has dugouts for our mascot to dance on.
My dream field has lights to play at night. And a duck pond.
CNX is making dream fields come true by donating millions of dollars throughout Appalachia. Nominate your field at cnx.com/dreamfields.
Get your name out there with Bell Print and Stitch in Bentleyville. Whether it's your business, your school, your team, whatever group or organization, Bell Print and Stitch does digital printing, including banners and vehicle graphics. They'll put your logo on anything with embroidery, heat press vinyl, or screen printing, all at competitive prices. Need an online fundraising spirit store? Call 724-207-3408. Bell Print and Stitch on Main Street in Bentleyville. See more on Facebook.
Parker Riggle will lead off the Chartiers-Houston fourth inning. A lot of people came to the mound from around the infield there after the throw around, but ready to go. Riggle stands in. Solomon's off-speed pitch in for a called strike. Nate, can you run that replay one more time? This is with the bases loaded and one out. Great job there by Gottfredson to go get it. Throw to home. Then the throw back to first. The first baseman was up off the bag, but the ruling by home plate umpire Brian Gillespie was interference. Swing and a miss. Riggle now behind in the count 1-2. Throw from catcher Coomer to first baseman Bitts. A ruling of interference by the batter being in fair territory and creating that situation. Here comes the 2-2, and that's in the turf. Chartiers-Houston with an 8-6 lead. The Bucks come to the plate for the first time in the game. Well, they started an inning with the lead. Solomon's 3-2 pitch, laced and laying out, making a great grab is Stokes. Waited for the very last second to lunge out. An outstanding defensive play by the Frazier second baseman. Porter, the first baseman, broke toward it but wasn't going to get there. It got by him, and Stokes with the snare of that line drive to get the first out. Here comes Julius Livingston. Pitch for a called strike on the outside edge. Activity in the bullpen. Luke Barish is loosening. Ball popped up into shallow right center field. Fulmer, the center fielder, takes charge and makes the grab. Quickly, 2 outs. We have not had a 3-batter inning on either side tonight. I don't believe in those jinx things there, Mr. Floor Director. Batter is Josh Hawkins. Fouled out and lined out both to shortstop Alexson. Off-speed pitch misses high for ball 1. 2 outs here in the Chartiers-Houston 4th. Ball tap foul in the batter's box. Hawkins with that swing. Pitch coming inside to him. Winding the 1-1 from Solomon. Ball ripped but foul wide of the third base bag. And down into that bullpen area. And now a 1-2 is due to Hawkins. Soft serve to center, and it's going to get down in front of Fulmer. Base hit for Hawkins, his first of the game. And designated hitter Dadrian Walls comes on for his second plate appearance. Came on to bat for Mateo Reyes in the third, was hit by a pitch and scored. Actually scored the Bucks' 8th run of the game. Runner breaks from first. Pitch in for a called strike. The throw down not in time. Hawkins has his 18th stolen base of the season. Here's the 0-1 to Walls. Swinging a miss. Making a foul tip. Hopped in and out of the glove. And now Walls in an 0-2 hole. Solomon at the belt, checks the runner, comes home. Walls takes that pitch high. That's a pitch 85-ish for Solomon. You can throw 100, plus you can finish whatever batter it is that you're facing when you get there. High breaking ball called a strike, and Walls retired. Bucks get a 2-out single and leave a runner aboard. We've played 4, Chartiers-Houston 8, Frazier 6 on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation.
I'm Senator Cameron Bartolotta, and I'm running for re-election to keep fighting for working families in the 46th District. I've worked to create family-sustaining jobs, hold government accountable, and stand strong with our first responders and law enforcement. I'll keep fighting to grow our economy, unleash Pennsylvania energy, and lower your taxes so you can keep more of your hard-earned money. I'm proudly pro-Second Amendment and pro-life, and with your support in the May 19th Republican primary, I'll continue delivering for you. Paid for by Cameron for Senate.
Looking for your next getaway? Discover Greene County, Pennsylvania, where small-town charm meets wide-open adventure. Explore scenic parks and winding trails. Visit historic towns and tour our picturesque covered bridges. Enjoy family-friendly events, hands-on history, and peaceful countryside views. Whether you're planning a day trip or a weekend escape, Greene County has something for everyone. Start planning your visit today at visitgreene.org.
And now the fun. Here we go. New pitcher Luke Barish coming on. Let's see where everybody else went. Won't that be fun? All right, Livingston still at third, Walsh at short. Bitts at first, looks like Gottfredson now playing second base. Left fielder, looks like Brady Robaugh from center to left. Yep, I stand corrected. Aaron Walsh is in center field now. I'm going to guess that puts Hawkins to short. Hello. All right. Here's what we got. Luke Barish now pitching. Catcher the same, first the same. Brady Gottfredson, the starting pitcher, is now playing second. Josh Hawkins, the starting second baseman, now short. Brady Robaugh goes from center to left, and Aaron Walsh from short to center. I think that's it. Top of the fifth inning. Logan Solomon leads off, fouls the first pitch off, just to our right in the seats, as you no doubt heard. Ball popped up right at the pitcher's mound. Barish will handle that for the first out. Oh, your numbers on Gottfredson, who leaves the game with an 8-6 lead, works 4 innings, charged with 6 runs, 2 earned, allowed 5 hits. Like walked 2 and hit 2, and struck out 5. And bullpen activity for the Commodores. Looks like Camden Stokes is trying to get loose. Batter is Tyler Jericho. Pitch in for a called strike. One out here in the Frazier fifth. Commodores down by 2. Pitch in the turf. Ball on a strike from Barish. Ball on a strike, pitch to the plate in the turf again. 2-1. 8th appearance for Barish. Has worked 25 innings. Allowed 22 hits and 9 earned runs. Walked 15, struck out 28. A 249 earned run average. Opponents hitting 222 off the right-hander. But now 3 balls and a strike to count. Back, check those numbers. 15 walks in 25 innings allowed by Barish. Here's 3-1, and that tails off, misses away. Runner to first. Cannon Merrill comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2, a strikeout and a ground out back to the mound. Ground ball back past the mound. Shortstop, good job to field it. Going to get the out at second. A little bobble there by Hawkins, and so he didn't get to make a throw to first. All kind of things converging. The runner both middle infielders and the ball all getting to second base right around the same time. Fielder's choice puts Merrill on at first, and the 6 unassisted at second. And now we're going to get a runner at first. Jaden Rothy will run at first base for the catcher Merrill. Looks like we're going to get a pinch hitter as well. Indeed. Noah Varga, 200 batting average, coming into bat for Stokes, who is warming up in the bullpen. Batting here with a runner at first and 2 out. 1 ball, no strikes, the count to Varga. Check swing, foul ball just to the outfield end of the third base dugout. Varga, 200 batting average. A couple of runs batted in. Short lead at first for Merrill. Fastball misses away from Luke Barish. Bucks would like to end this here because that the top 3 in the batting order waiting to follow. They've been on base 8 of their 9 plate appearances. Pitch misses outside for a ball, and now it's 3-1. Merrill, a little better lead at first, but he'll get the walk to second as Varga, the pinch hitter, draws the free pass. 2 walks in the inning allowed by Barish. And we get back to the top of the order and Chase Fulmer. Two out, 2 on. 2-run deficit for Frazier, trying to erase that. Fulmer takes a fastball for a called strike. The Penguins and Flyers at the end of 1, scoreless. St. Louis 3, Pirates 1, end of 6 at PNC Park. Check of the runners twice. Pitch to the plate stays high for a ball, 1-1. 2 on and 2 out for Frazier. Their playoff lives hanging in the balance. This is a must-win for Frazier. Pitch above the letters, 2-1. I don't know if I have the guts to call the back pick here, but runner at first. Varga gets way off on the pitch. Fastball called strike. And the first baseman Bitts is cheated in a little tighter. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch to the plate. Fulmer takes it low to fill the count, 3-2. And now, obviously, the runners will be able to start on the first move to the plate by Barish. Has walked 2 here in his first inning of work. Check of the runner at second a couple of times. 3-2 pitch swung on and missed. Fulmer retired for the first time tonight. Couple of walks, a couple of runners left on for Frazier in the 5th. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Chartiers-Houston 8, Frazier 6 on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation.
You deserve a bank that lifts up your business, that shares your spirits and your taste for success. At Washington Financial, we pride ourselves on crafting solutions that are as one-of-a-kind as your business is. Go with the bank that gets you. Washington Financial Bank.
Everybody needs some help these days. Take Jessica's mom.
High deductible. Mom forgets about her pills. I go crazy. But then I heard about Curtis Pharmacy.
See, Curtis Pharmacy cures the crazy. Save with Better RX and packed by meds. Ease Jess's quite worried mind.
Better RX has generics priced lower than online pharmacies.
And packed by meds has your meds packed in pouches, stamped with a date and time to be taken. No more pill boxes. Dare to compare at curtispharmacy.com.
Start strong and stay local. CCBC's Washington County College Center gives you the edge to get ahead. High school students can learn to fly before they drive with our Aviation Academy. If helping others is what you do, let us help you. Advance from LPN to RN and open new doors in your healthcare career. Or get ahead in college by earning general education credits. No matter your path, we're here to help you move forward. Learn more at ccbcwashington.com.
First pitch swinging. Cale Bitts hits a ground ball between the Porter and Stokes, first and second baseman. And pitcher Solomon a little tardy to the party. And play at first, not in time. Bitts beats the wrap. Lead-off single, his third hit of the night. Gotta love a 257 8-hitter that gets you 3 hits in his first 3 at-bats. Thought maybe Logan Solomon's night might be done on the mound, but that is not the case. As 87 pitches unofficially. We're going to get a batter here for the Bucks. Caden Slavin will bat for Barish. So the Bucks have now lifted their pitcher. Solomon stepped off there. I think Frazier wanted to reset their defensive strategy here. Slavin squares around, takes the pitch in the dirt, and up to second goes Bitts. Not comfortably, but he gets there. Wild pitch charged to Solomon. Now the Bucks are going to get a runner at second. This is a pinch runner, Cooper Suero. And the difference between pinch runner and courtesy runner. The pinch runner is an actual substitute. The courtesy runner for pitcher and catcher is not. Pitch in the turf again to Slavin. So it's 2 balls and no strikes. Shortstop Alexson trying to keep the runner close. Bunt is down. Play will have to go to first. Dug out. Nice job there. Porter's throw to Stokes was low, but scooped like a first baseman there by Stokes. Sacrifice moves Suero to third. And back to the top of the order, and Aaron Walsh. 0 for 2 plus a walk in the game. The insurance run over at third base. Now we're going to get a trip to the mound here, and this may be it for Solomon. We had 90 pitches thereabouts, and that is going to be the end of the night. Logan Solomon works 5 1/3 innings. Is that right? Nope, 4 1/3 innings. My apologies. We're only in the 5th. 4 1/3 innings. He's charged with all 8 runs. Half of them earned. Also responsible for Cooper Suero at third base. Counting 2, 4, 5, 6 hits, 3 walks, and a couple of hit batters. Struck out 1. Moving in from second base to pitch is Camden Stokes. For Stokes, this will be his 5th appearance. 11.45 earned run average. Wait till I get to these numbers for you. Stokes, 7 1/3 innings pitched. So allowed 16 hits and a dozen earned runs. That's nearly 2 runs an inning. But with the section series already this week, and the Monday game against Burgettstown was a 1-0 final score. So the work to preserve that. Got to get another change here. Let's see what I'm trying to. All right, so Solomon has gone to play second base. So pitcher and second baseman switch. Aaron Walsh to the plate. Fastball called strike. A little more pep on that fastball from Stokes than we saw all night from Solomon. Runner at third and 1 out. Fastball away. A ball and a strike. Frazier scored 4 in the top of the first. Did so without a hit. Chartiers-Houston with 3 in the bottom of the first. Frazier added 2 more in the top of the second. Chartiers-Houston took the lead with 5 in the bottom of the third inning, and we've been there ever since. Both teams have had opportunities since then to change this score. Pitch in the turf to Walsh, and now 3-1. Infield up at the corners. I think we got a balk call. Get a balk call to bring in the 9th run. Well, I did not see what it is that Stokes did. Oh. Walk to Aaron Walsh. Second time tonight he's walked. And Walsh stole a base in the first after drawing a walk. And on the move, throw down to second, and Walsh beats the tag. Second baseman Solomon thought might have a shot there. Good strong throw by catcher Merrill. And he had to almost double clutch, and Walsh got the foot down, and then the tag came down on the foot. 26 stolen bases this year for Aaron Walsh. Pitch in for a strike, evens the count at 1-1. Walsh taking a walking lead at second, and now breaks for third. Swing and a miss. There'll be no throw. A ball and 2 strikes to Coomer. Dom Coomer, a couple of walks and reached on an error. Scored twice. 1-2 up and away. Evens the count at 2-2. Check of the runner, 2-2 to the plate. Coomer swings, foul, tips it down into the dirt, not held onto by Merrill. Bottom of the 5th inning, Chartiers-Houston up 9-6. Coomer swings and misses this time. 2 outs now in the frame. Brady Gottfredson comes to the plate. 2 for 3. A couple of runs scored, a 3-run home run in the first inning. Drove in the Bucks' first 3 runs. Chance to add one here with Walsh at third. Stokes, first pitch for a called strike, outside edge of the plate. Stokes came on with a runner at third, walked Walsh and balked the runner home. Pitch in the turf, handled there by Merrill. Count even up at a ball and a strike. St. Louis adds 2 runs in the 7th to lead the Pirates 5-1 now, going to the bottom of the 7th inning. Here's a 1-1. That backs up over the outside part of the plate for a called strike. A run in, a runner at third, 2 out here in the Bucks' 5th inning. And home plate umpire Brian Gillespie's called a balk. And Stokes stepped back off the rubber. Oh, you know what he did though? He stepped first with his lead foot, not the foot that was on the rubber. Can you run that again, Nate? I didn't see enough there at the beginning. But second balk call, and now are they going to put the runner back? Yep. Umpires conference, and the runner Aaron Walsh is sent back to third base. A ball and 2 strikes. Pitch to the plate, fouled off. If not for that netting, that's coming right for our open window here. Of course, when this ballpark opened for the 2002 season, that net was half that high, and many a ball came back toward the windows or the face of the press box, and there are dents in the front of it to show that those marks. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes goes Gottfredson. Back-to-back strikeouts to end the inning, but the Bucks get a run on 1 hit, leave a runner aboard. We've played 5. Chartiers-Houston 9, Frazier 6 on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation.
This is Coach Guy Montecalvo for the Washington Greene County chapter of the Pennsylvania Sports Hall of Fame, an organization that recognizes athletes, coaches, officials, teams, and contributors. Last year, we awarded $7,500 in scholarships to local high school athletes, plus $3,000 to our Courage Award and Edward Monaco Above and Beyond Award winners. We granted money to high school athletes starting their own nonprofit charities and partnered with the Pony League World Series. We encourage you to join us at our next meeting and be a part of something exceptional. The Wash Greene Hall of Fame. Find us online or hit us up on Facebook.
My dream field has a scoreboard with a giant TV.
My dream field has dugouts for our mascot to dance on.
My dream field has lights to play at night. And a duck pond.
CNX is making dream fields come true by donating millions of dollars throughout Appalachia. Nominate your field at cnx.com/dreamfields.
Come back for the 6th inning, top of the 6th. And I might have to do a little rules brush up here later tonight. And I'll just leave it at that. Luke Barish to work his 2nd inning of relief. I'll get my buddy Ron Ross scrambling around to help me as well. Ron pointed out the error of my ways last Monday night, and correctly so. And interesting discussion about the player/DH rules in the Federation. We'll need a little help on this one. Go to the top of the 6th. Nick Porter leads off. 2 for 2 plus a walk. A run driven in, a couple of runs scored. First pitch from Barish off the mark for a ball. Off-speed pitch away for ball 2. And the thing I'm wondering about, Barish in the 9 spot in the Chartiers-Houston batting order was lifted for a pinch hitter in the 5th inning. So therefore was removed from the lineup as the pitcher. I didn't believe you could go back and pitch back to the mound after having been removed, but Barish is pitching now, so 3 balls and a strike, the count. Porter takes strike 2, almost the same location as the first strike. Three balls, 2 strikes. Barish winds and deals, and this one tails and runs away. Porter draws the walk, his second walk of the game, drawn by Porter, and the 3rd walk in an inning plus allowed by Barish. The batter, Brant Alexson. Chartiers-Houston up 9-6 with Frazier batting here in the top of the 6th inning. Curveball drops in for a called strike. Check of the runner, short lead for Porter. And now a pitch goes to the backstop. The lead won't matter. He'll be able to jog into second base with that wild pitch. And no chance for Dom Coomer. A ball and a strike. Frazier needs at least 3 runs before giving up 6 outs. Chartiers-Houston looking to clinch a playoff spot. This pitch spiked in the dirt by Barish, and a second wild pitch moves Porter to 3rd. Lead-off walk and a couple of wild pitches. Alexson steps back in, 2 balls and a strike. Barish comes home, and that ball laced into left center field. That's going to roll for a little while. Good job there to get over and cut it off by Brady Robaugh. RBI single for Alexson, his 2nd run batted in tonight. And don't look now, but here come the Commodores. It's 9-7. And a trip to the mound. 3 walks. Fortunately, the Bucks are fortunate that only one of them has come around to score, getting out of that 5th inning after walking a couple. Alexson 2 for 3 in the game with a double, a single, a walk, a run scored, and now 2 runs driven in. Does not appear we're going to get a change here. Tying run comes to the batter's box for Frazier. And Noah Baczynski coming to the plate. Baczynski 1 for 3. Single to load the bases in that 4th inning before the 1-2-3 interference aided double play ended that Frazier frame. First pitch is a ball. And this one is like unto it, 2 off the mark. 2 balls and no strikes. Nobody out here in the Frazier 6th. Tanner Phillips trying to get enough out of Barish. Line shot into right, gets down. Quick throw to second. And beating the wrap there was Alexson. Back-to-back singles after the leadoff walk. First 3 men have reached base. And now with nobody out, Eli Cernuska coming to the plate. Chartiers-Houston leading 9-7, but now clinging to a 2-run lead. First pitch to Cernuska is called strike. First baseman Bitts playing up in front of the runner there. Pitch misses high for a ball. Not sure how much of a pause Barish gave us there on that stretch. We've already seen a balk called, one stand. This time Barish definitely set. Ball popped up, coming right back at me, short about 4 rows. How you doing down there, Cam? You all right? That was in your direction. Yep, he says he's all right. Thank you. 1-2. Cernuska fouls that off into the bleachers on the first base side. Count holds at 1-2. Check of the runners. Barish comes home. 1-2. Fisted on the right side. Second baseman Gottfriedson comes over. The throw is wide of the mark. Bitts had gotten too far away. E4 going to allow runners to second and third and a run in. It's a 1-run ball game. 5th error of the night for Chartiers-Houston. And now runners at second and third and still nobody out. Old soft grounder, Gottfriedson and Bitts both went after it, and Bitts, the first baseman, really went too far, and then he's scrambling back. Gottfridson's throw was off the mark, but trying to hit a moving target. Now the Bucks pull the infield up all the way around, trying to cut down the tying run. First pitch off the mark for a ball to Logan Solomon. Tapper foul. Solomon on the hook for the loss at the moment, but an opportunity here to not only get off the hook, but to give his team a lead. Ball and a strike. Like Barish wanted a new, maybe dry baseball. Line shot over the jumping effort of Gottfriedson. A run scores. Tie game. RBI single for Solomon. Just his 5th run batted in this year. But it gets him off the hook and squares the ball game, and still nobody out. Gottfriedson pulled in that line drive. He may have been a little early on the jump. I don't know if he is later, if he has a chance or not, but goes over the top. Second hit of the inning. And runners at the corners now, and going to get a pitching change as Barish will now be done for the night. 1+ inning of work. 5 batters to the plate here in the 6th and did not get an out. At this moment, charged with 3 runs, all earned. Responsible for Cernuska at third and Solomon at first. Charged with 3 hits, all singles, all in this inning. Also walked 3 and struck out 1. Now, kind of changes will we have? Looks like Livingston is going to come on to pitch. Indeed, it will be Julius Livingston. For Livingston, just his 2nd pitching appearance. Barish, who started the game in left, see where he's going to go now. Looks like Walsh is coming back to short, but let's let everybody fan out. I haven't scribbled over my original names yet, just see where it goes. I do know that Gottfredson is staying at second base. Bitts at first. Walsh is coming back to play short, and that's going to move Hawkins to third. Yeah, Barish, Robaugh, and Riggle in the outfield. So Barish indeed goes back to left, and Robaugh back to center. Hawkins has played second, then short, now third. And Julius Livingston to pitch to Tyler Jericho. First pitch in for a called strike. Livingston to the belt, to the plate, pitch misses low, throw down on the runner, going, the ball not caught by shortstop Walsh, and the stolen base leads to a double steal, and Frazier has taken a 10-9 lead. That run is unearned and charged to Barish, so 4 runs, 3 earned. Still responsible for the runner at second. Pitch misses high. I believe that's 2-1. Yep, 2 balls and a strike. Nobody out here in the 6th. Big swings in this game. 4-0 Frazier, 4-3, then 6-3, then 8-6, then 9-6. Now 10-9 Frazier. Batting in the top half of the 6th. Ball lifted foul and out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count on 7-hitter Tyler Jericho. The advantage here for Livingston somewhat is that Commodores are coming into their light hitting bottom part of the batting order. But you still got to get it done. 2-2 comes inside, and Jericho hops out of the way. Pitch in the turf, could have hit him in the feet, but did a little happy dance there to get his feet out of the way. 3 balls, 2 strikes, pitch to the plate, hits the batter in the helmet. 2 on, still nobody out. And the batter now is Cannon Merrill. Late second period in Philadelphia. Penguins and Flyers still scoreless. Pirates have scored twice in the 7th and still batting. Trail St. Louis 5-3. First pitch to the 8-hitter Cannon Merrill is wide for ball 1. Livingston brings a pitch in below the letters for a called strike, evens the count at 1-1. Frazier wins out and Chartiers-Houston gets swept by California. Frazier goes to the playoffs and the Bucks do not. Fly ball shallow right field. Riggle settles under it. He'll make the grab and just get the ball back to the infield. Runners hold. First out of the 6th. That'll bring up that'll bring up pitcher Camden Stokes, who is now in line for the win. One out, 4 runs across, 2 on at the moment. Livingston's first pitch, ball is bunted, line drive out at caught by the pitcher, throwback to second for the double play. The line out 1-4 to double off the runner Solomon at second, and the inning is over. But Frazier has themselves a little party. 4 runs in the frame on 3 hits, 1 Chartiers-Houston error, and 1 left on base. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Now Frazier 10, Chartiers-Houston 9 on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation.
Get your name out there with Bell Print and Stitch in Bentleyville. Whether it's your business, your school, your team, whatever group or organization, Bell Print and Stitch does digital printing, including banners and vehicle graphics. They'll put your logo on anything with embroidery, heat press vinyl, or screen printing, all at competitive prices. Need an online fundraising spirit store? Call 724-207-3408. Bell Print and Stitch on Main Street in Bentleyville. See more on Facebook.
The cost of living is crushing Pennsylvania families. Property taxes are too high, electric bills keep climbing, and it's hard to make ends meet and plan for the future. I'm Senator Cameron Bartolotta. I'm working hard to lower taxes so you keep more of what you earn. I'm working to make Pennsylvania more business friendly, to attract investment and grow our economy. I'm committed to lowering your energy costs by protecting reliable, affordable power. On May 19th, I'm asking for your vote so I can keep fighting for a more affordable Pennsylvania. Paid for by Cameron for Senate.
We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. If Chartiers-Houston is going to win tonight, it will be a last at-bat victory. Trailing 10-9 now. Trailed for the first 3 innings of this game until scoring 5 in the bottom of the 3rd to take the lead. Built onto that with a run in the 5th, but now trailing 10-9. Camden Stokes, now the pitcher of record for Frazier. Came on with the 1 out in the bottom of the 5th inning. Walked the first batter he faced after balking a run in, and then struck out the 2 and 3 hitters, Coomer and Gottfredson. I'll bring up Parker Riggle. Cards and Pirates now at the end of 7, 5-3. Bucks left the bases loaded in that 7th inning. 3 minutes to go in the 2nd period in Philly, and still scoreless. Here it's 10-9 Frazier, a game that the Commodores have to win if they're going to make the playoffs. Chartiers-Houston clinches a playoff spot with any win the rest of the way. First pitch swinging, flare to left, going to get down, spin toward the corner. Riggle rounding first hard, and the ball played back in very nicely by Jericho. Leadoff single. Bucks have the tying run potential on base. That'll bring up the pitcher, Julius Livingston. Let's get another dry baseball out there. Delay often tonight with all the rain that we had during the day and then continued during the early stages of the game. Riggle got out to a good lead. Too good for Camden Stokes, who throws over. Riggle has 8 stolen bases on the season. Bunt shown, pitch taken for a called strike. Livingston 0 for 3 in the game. Comebacker to the mound. Hit into a fielder's choice, a ball that was misplayed. Runner goes, ball was bunted. Gloved by the catcher, he'll throw to first on the bunt. Sacrifice goes 2-3, and Riggle up to second. Yep. Josh Hawkins comes to the plate now. Hawkins now playing second, now playing short, now playing third. And batting here with a chance to drive in the tying run. Good lead up at second for Riggle. Hawkins takes a fastball high for ball 1. Solomon trying to keep the runner close. Now Alexson does the same. Riggle gets out to his lead. Fastball backs up over the plate from Stokes. I mentioned this, he's got a better fastball than we saw all night from the starter Solomon. Ball and a strike. Riggle unchallenged lead. Ball hit in the air to center field. Going to get down in front of Fulmer. Riggle goes to third and will be held there. First and third with 1 out here in the Chartiers-Houston 6th inning. Adrian Walls comes to the plate. His 3rd plate appearance. 0 for 1, also hit by a pitch. Back-to-back singles now in trips to the plate for Josh Hawkins. First pitch to Walls, misses high for a ball, unchallenged. Hawkins gets a stolen base, his 2nd of the night, and now 19 on the season. 1 ball, no strikes the count. Safety squeeze bunt, there'll be no play, and now Riggle scrambling back into third, dives in, and he gets back in safely. Almost wandered too far off the bag. It's going to end up being a bunt base hit. Ball fielded by the pitcher Stokes. Riggle with nobody guarding him as far how far down the line he came. He came a long way, and you come as far as the nearest fielder, but then slipped when he turned to go back. And fortunately got his balance back and just got there ahead of the chase by Stokes. So 3 hits in the inning. And the infield up all the way around to Cale Bitts, who's got 3 hits tonight and now takes a pitch inside. Boy, how that didn't hit him. Oh, and he turned to his left and the ball went through his legs. Bitts takes inside edge for a called strike. I think he tried to get hit with that one. Frazier's 10-9 lead in peril with 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Bucks have the bases loaded. Bitts takes that fastball for a called strike. It's 1-2. 257 hitter, but 3 hits on the night tonight and a run driven in. Base hit to the grass, might bring in 2. Bitts beats it on the ground up the first base line, and it's a fair ball. It goes down about 200 feet from home plate. 2 runs are in. Bitts with his 4th straight hit and drives in a pair. And now they got a runner at third pickled up here. Get back in. He gets back in safely. Well, it could have been a lot easier there to get back in by Walls, but does get back in. And the Bucks have retaken the lead with a 2 spot here in the bottom of the 6th. Have yourself a night, Cale Bitts. And on the play back to the infield, Bitts took second. Batter is the pitcher, Luke Barish. Barish came on and had the lead, then lost it, now has it back. Bunt shown, bunt back toward the pitcher, safety squeeze. They're going to be the flip to the plate and the out at home. Walls way too late breaking on the safety squeeze. So the second out is accomplished. Play goes 1-2 at home. Barish aboard on the fielder's choice. On the play, Bitts goes to third. And Adrian Walls just way too late breaking for home, as you saw there on the replay. And at that point, you just got to stay home. Stay where you are and see if they can get an out at first. Back to the top of the order, Aaron Walsh stands in. Stealing second is Barish without challenge. (11-10), Chartiers-Houston in the lead. Comes the 1-0 to Walsh. Ground ball into the 5-6 hole. Going to be a long throw for Alexson, not nearly in time against Walsh. Gets across the bag, stumbles, goes down. He's going to get up, but he is hobbled up. And Walsh may have twisted a knee or an ankle there. And he was well across the bag when it happened. RBI single for Aaron Walsh. Fifth hit of the inning for Chartiers-Houston. It's now 12-10. And it's a hamstring issue for Walsh, and that's why it happened where it did. We'll get a look at Walsh running there. Yeah, he is hobbled up before he actually got to the bag. You can just see him starting to slow up, straighten up, and pulls up there. But the RBI single, his 7th run batted in this year. But Walsh will give way to a pinch runner. The Bucks will need a shortstop again. Bentley Becker into the game. Dom Coomer comes to the plate now. Coomer hitless in 4 plate appearances. Fouls a pitch straight back into the netting. Reached on an error in the first. Walked twice in the 3rd inning and struck out in the 5th. 0 for 2. Becker to a big lead at first. He's going to take second unchallenged. Pitch to Coomer brings the count to 1-1. Coomer leans back from a high fastball. 2 balls and a strike. When we go to the 7th, Frazier has the top of the order due up. 1, 2, 3. 2-1 pitch misses high. Coomer, the 8th Buck to bat this inning. 3-1, down and in, ball 4, and it will be 9 batters to the plate. It's the second walk allowed by Stokes since coming on, and we're going to get a trip to the mound here. Commodores, and this is going to be head coach Rob Dorkin and pitcher Camden Stokes. Catcher Merrill started out, and vehemently Rob Dorkin waved him off like, no, I think this is just going to be two of us and one of us talking. And with Frazier playing a 2-game series Monday and Tuesday in section, thin on pitching. Brady Gottfredson comes to the plate. Line shot, now gets down, hops to the shortstop. They get the throw just in time to Solomon to get the force play at second base. But the Bucks come back and take the lead. They score 3 times in the inning, and they do so on 5 hits, no errors, and 3 left on base. We've played 6. Your score now: Chartiers-Houston 12, Frazier 10 on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation.
Looking for your next getaway? Discover Greene County, Pennsylvania, where small-town charm meets wide-open adventure. Explore scenic parks and winding trails. Visit historic towns and tour our picturesque covered bridges. Enjoy family-friendly events, hands-on history, and peaceful countryside views. Whether you're planning a day trip or a weekend escape, Greene County has something for everyone. Start planning your visit today at visitgreene.org.
You deserve a bank that drives your business. One that's with you for the long haul and knows how to keep your business rolling. At Washington Financial, we pride ourselves on delivering customized solutions, ones that are built for the unique journey your business is on. Go with the bank that gets you. Washington Financial Bank.
All right, here we go. Let's check the scramble here. I have Hawkins going back to short with Walsh out of the ball game. Gottfredson will still be at second. We have a new third baseman, and it's going to be 14, Brady Robaugh coming in from center field, which means we have a new center fielder. Oh boy. So Robaugh now at third. Livingston to pitch his second inning. Maybe Luke DeRosa in center. I'm going to go with that. First pitch, top of the order. 2-run lead for Chartiers-Houston. Frazier's Chase Fulmer batting here. First pitch is a strike. A fly ball to left center field, hit well, and it's going to get down and one hop the fence. DeRosa and Barish will chase it. It is a leadoff triple for Chase Fulmer. Chartiers-Houston clinches a playoff spot with a win. All right, so it's Becker. Becker in center. I don't think that's a 27. I don't think that's a 33, but we'll see. I know that's what the game changer is saying. We'll see and get a good look out there in center. Batter is Nick Porter. Boy, in the top 3 in this Frazier batting order tonight just have been very, very difficult to retire. Batting, coming to the plate for the 5th time each. 2 balls and no strikes, the count to Porter, who has not made an out tonight. Been on all 4 times. And pitch misses away, now 3-0. Comes the 3-0 pitch. Took a little something off. Livingston throws it down the outside edge of the plate for a called strike. I stand corrected. It is 33, as the game changer says. So it is Bentley Becker in center. 3-2 pitch way outside, ball 4, tying run aboard with nobody out here in the 7th. Going to get a trip to the mound. Chartiers-Houston clinches with a win, and we're going to get a new pitcher here, it looks like. Frazier is eliminated from the playoff chase with a loss. I mentioned when Livingston came into the ball game, it was just his 2nd appearance on the mound. The Bucks are going to make a pitching change. The question is, well, I think the Bucks are going to make a pitching change. That's what was indicated to the base umpire, but and indeed they are. Josh Hawkins is going to play another position. He's going to come on and pitch here with the game hanging in the balance, or at least the lead is. For Hawkins, just his 2nd plate appearance. He's worked 1 inning and did not allow a hit or a walk or a run. The Bucks would sign up for a repeat performance right now. So for Livingston, credited with 1+ innings of work. So far has not allowed a run. 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 hit batter. Hawkins comes on with the tying run for Frazier on at first base. Runners at the corners. I believe the Penguins and Flyers have gone to the end of 2, still scoreless. Pirates have added a run in the bottom of the 8th, now 5-4, and still batting. Here it is 12-10, Chartiers-Houston in front. Now 2 hours and 26 minutes in. I told you we weren't going to match that 125 game from the other day. Batter is Brant Alexson. Ground ball to first, going to take the out there. Run scores, it's 12-11. Up to second goes Porter. Bitts handles the ground ball. RBI for Alexson is his 3rd of the night and 12th of the year. Now the tying run is at second base. Noah Baczynski hits in his last 2 at-bats, 2 for 4 on the night, and make it 3 in a row. Ground ball single into center. And Becker wouldn't have had a play anyway, but the game is tied. RBI single for Baczynski. First pitch swinging. We're all square at 12 now. Well, the top of the batting order doing the deed tonight for Frazier. I think in 5 trips through for the top 4 guys, so 20 plate appearances, if my math is right. Reached base 15 of the 20 times. It's a pretty good percentage. Pitch misses high, 2-0 from Josh Hawkins. The book is now closed on Julius Livingston, charged with 2 runs both earned in his 1+ inning of work. The ball game belongs to Hawkins. He misses high for ball 3. Hawkins and Stokes, the pitchers of record. Ball 4, a 4-pitch walk, 2 on and 1 out here in the Frazier 7th. Pirates and Cards go to the 9th. St. Louis leading 5-4. Just seconds remaining in that second period, by the way. Nope. Going to start the third period is what they're doing. Pitch misses up and in for ball 1. 5 straight pitches off the mark. Cernuska's on at first. The starting Frazier pitcher, Logan Solomon, at the plate. 1-0 strike called. Bucks got a double play to get out of a jam in the 6th inning and keep the lead. Pitch goes to the backstop. Runners advance to 2nd and 3rd. The wild pitch. Count is 2-1. Delay here in the home plate area, ready to go. 2 balls, 1 strike. Josh Hawkins, 4th Chartiers-Houston pitcher of the night. Swing and a miss by Solomon. I think I got 2-2. Yep, 2-2's the count. Infield up all the way around. 2-2 pitch, tap foul to the backstop. Bucks trying to cut off a Frazier go-ahead run. When we go to the bottom of the 7th, Chartiers-Houston will be in the 4 spot of the batting order. 4, 5, 6. Question is, will they need 1, 2, something more than that? Another 2-2 swing and a miss. Solomon down on strikes for the 2nd time tonight. 2 outs here in the 7th. And the batter now is left fielder Tyler Jericho. 1 for 2, also a walk and hit by a pitch in the game. A balk is called. And that brings in the go-ahead run. Walsh to the belt. I don't know what it is that Walsh did. That's the 2nd balk call tonight that I cannot tell what it was. But it puts Frazier in front. First pitch to Jericho, misses high and tight, ball 1. What a back and forth ball game. Might take me half an hour to recap it. Pitch in for a strike, a ball and a strike. Frazier led 4-0 and 6-3. Fly ball, shallow center field, and not caught. Livingston chased it all the way out to the outfield. Again, Becker, that's a long run for Becker to come get it. Livingston chased it and didn't make the catch. Kind of stood flat-footed instead of getting turned around facing the infield. And Jericho going to get credit for a base hit and drives in the 14th run of the game. Pitch in for a strike to Cannon Merrill. Two outs, runner at first. Merrill takes up and away for a ball, 1-1. Gottfredson going to come in and talk with Hawkins. Frazier 4 in the first, Chartiers-Houston 3 in the bottom of the inning. Commodores added 2 in the top of the second. Chartiers-Houston took their first lead with 5 in the bottom of the third to go up 8-6, would build it to 9-6 with a run in the fifth. Frazier scored 4 in the top of the sixth to lead 10-9. Chartiers-Houston went up 12-10 with the 3 in the bottom of the sixth, but Frazier has scored 4 here in the top of the seventh. Pitch misses outside for a ball. Two balls, 2 strikes, a run in, a runner on first, and 2 out. Now count runs full at 3-2. Runner breaks, pitch is popped up here in the home plate area, going to drift back the seats, and that one actually lands on the concourse. Another 3-2 pitch. Jericho back to first. And again, will be on the move. 3-2 pitch, misses outside, ball 4. The inning continues. The 9th batter in the inning coming up for Frazier. And it will be pitcher Camden Stokes. Courtesy runner for the catcher at first. And that's going to be Jaden Rothy. First pitch misses high to the 9-hitter. Stokes an opportunity here to help himself. Does not have a hit tonight. In fact, 0 for 3 plus a walk. Fly ball hit well to left. Barish giving chase, and it's over his head. Bounces up against the wall. Jericho scores. Rothy round in third. He will score. 16-12 Frazier. 2-run double for Camden Stokes here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And back to the top of the order. Second time to the plate in this inning for Chase Fulmer. Cade Biddle will run at second for the pitcher. Fulmer tripled to start this inning. Swing and a miss, and the bat goes flying all the way down past the third base dugout. Had a good enough grip on it to get a powerful swing, but not good enough to hang on to it. That bat flew a long way. No balls and a strike. Hawkins comes home, strike called, outside edge. 0-2 to Chase Fulmer with Stokes on at second. Ball fouled off, out of play. Six runs across in this frame for the Frazier Commodores. Get up off the mat. Pitch misses high. Ball and 2 strikes. Josh Hawkins looking for the out pitch here to slam the door. Swing and a miss. And the inning is over, but not before the Commodores plate 6 runs. Frazier scores 6 runs on 4 hits in the inning, a runner left on. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Your score now, Frazier 16, Chartiers-Houston 12 on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation.
Everybody needs some help these days. Take Jessica's mom.
High deductible. Mom forgets about her pills. I go crazy. But then I heard about Curtis Pharmacy.
See, Curtis Pharmacy cures the crazy. Save with Better RX and Packed by Meds. Ease Jess's quite worried mind.
Better RX has generics priced lower than online pharmacies.
And Packed by Meds has your meds packed in pouches, stamped with a date and time to be taken. No more pill boxes. Dare to compare at CurtisPharmacy.com.
This is Coach Guy Montecalvo for the Washington Greene County chapter of the Pennsylvania Sports Hall of Fame, an organization that recognizes athletes, coaches, officials, teams, and contributors. Last year, we awarded $7,500 in scholarships to local high school athletes, plus $3,000 to our Courage Award and Edward Monaco Above and Beyond Award winners. We granted money to high school athletes starting their own nonprofit charities and partnered with the Pony League World Series. We encourage you to join us at our next meeting and be a part of something exceptional. The Wash Greene Hall of Fame. Find us online or hit us up on Facebook.
And we go to the bottom of the 7th for Chartiers-Houston. Riggle, Livingston, Hawkins, scheduled hitters. Bucks down by 4 here in the final inning. And they will face Camden Stokes, who came on in the 5th. Gave up 3 runs in the 6th inning that put Chartiers-Houston back in front at the time. It was 12-10, but that 6-run top of the 7th. Right now the difference in the ball game. Riggle, 1 hit in 3 at-bats tonight, also hit by a pitch in a plate appearance. Stokes winds and deals. Riggle swings and fouls the first pitch off, out of play. Riggle opened the 3-run 6th inning with a base hit. Swinging a foul tip. No balls, 2 strikes. Stokes' 3rd inning in relief of the starter Logan Solomon, charged with 9 of the Bucks' 12 runs. 0-2, breaking ball finds the turf. 1-2 the count. Stokes gets the sign, winds and deals. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Riggle down on strikes. The 3rd strikeout for Stokes. He has struck out the 2, 3, and 4 hitters for Chartiers-Houston. Batter now is Julius Livingston. Livingston now the Chartiers-Houston shortstop. First pitch, comebacker on one hop to Stokes. Glove sets and throws, 2 out. Gonna bring up pitcher Josh Hawkins. Four-run deficit for the Bucks. Frazier 1 out away from a season series sweep of Chartiers-Houston. Ground ball, shortstop Alex in gloves, throws across, and the Commodores have swept the series and come from behind in the 7th to win it. Your final score, Frazier 16, Chartiers-Houston 12. Postgame when we come back here on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation.
Get your name out there with Bell Print and Stitch in Bentleyville. Whether it's your business, your school, your team, whatever group or organization, Bell Print and Stitch does digital printing, including banners and vehicle graphics. They'll put your logo on anything with embroidery, heat press vinyl, or screen printing, all at competitive prices. Need an online fundraising spirit store? Call 724-207-3408. Bell Print and Stitch on Main Street in Bentleyville. See more on Facebook.
The cost of living is crushing Pennsylvania families. Property taxes are too high, electric bills keep climbing, and it's hard to make ends meet and plan for the future. I'm Senator Cameron Bartolotta. I'm working hard to lower taxes so you keep more of what you earn. I'm working to make Pennsylvania more business friendly to attract investment and grow our economy. I'm committed to lowering your energy costs by protecting reliable, affordable power. On May 19th, I'm asking for your vote so I can keep fighting for a more affordable Pennsylvania. Paid for by Cameron for Senate.
You deserve a bank that brings fresh ideas to your business. One that can see you're a cut above and knows you like you know your customers. At Washington Financial, we pride ourselves on preparing personalized solutions, ones that cater to the unique needs of your business. Go with the bank that gets you. Washington Financial Bank.
Jessica is a working mom and now takes care of her mom. Jess is a good daughter.
Mom needs to stay at home and be independent. Not always easy, but Curtis Pharmacy made it so easy and affordable for us.
The cost savings are real. Generics often priced below online pharmacies.
Compounding was the key. Now Mom and her fur baby rely on Curtis Pharmacy, and they do it in-house. Ever try to give a cat a pill?
Curtis Pharmacy does what other pharmacies wish they could. Cost saving, better RX, and compounding for people and pets. CurtisPharmacy.com.
Let's go back and give you a quick recap. Frazier scored 4 runs in the top of the first without a base hit. 2 walks, 2 hit batters, 2 Chartiers-Houston errors allowed the Commodores to take a 4-0 lead. It didn't last at 4-0 very long. Chartiers-Houston, a walk, an error, and a Brady Gottfredson 3-run home run got the Bucks to within a run. Frazier padded that back up to a 3-run lead, 3 batters in to the second inning after 1 out. An infield throwing error, RBI doubles from Nick Porter and Brant Alexson had Frazier up 6-3. But the Bucks scored 5 times in the third. They sent 11 batters to the plate. You had a walk for Coomer, a single for Gottfredson, a Riggle hit by a pitch, and then a fielder's choice E6 errant throw brought a run in at a hit batter. A single for Cale Bitts, the second of 4 hits on the night for Bitts, and a sac fly, and the Bucks had taken the lead at 8-6. They would add a run in the 5th inning. Single, wild pitch, a sacrifice, and a balk brought Bitts home after his 3rd base hit of the game. But then we went to the 6th inning with Chartiers-Houston in front at that point, 9-6. 4-run inning for Frazier to go up 10-9. Looked like 3 hits, a hit batter, a walk, another infield error. But Commodores had taken a 10-9 lead at that point. Bucks went back in front with 3 in the bottom of the 6th inning. He sent 9 batters to the plate. Riggle with a single, a sacrifice moved into second. base hit by Hawkins put runners at the corners. He stole second, and Dadrian Walls with a base hit to load the bases. Check that. Yeah, to load the bases, that was right, to begin with. And then Bitts with his 4th hit of the night, a 2-run single, and the Bucks had taken the lead. They added one more when Bitts, or rather, Bitts scored on the base hit by Aaron Walsh, a hit that saw Walsh pull up lame with a hamstring injury after he crossed first base. The Bucks at that point were up 12-10, but a 6-run 7th inning for Frazier. Triple, a walk, a ground out, and then a base hit for Baczynski tied the ball game, and then two more hits in the inning, a single and the really backbreaker, the 2-run Camden Stokes double that set our final score at 16-12. Here are your totals in the ball game. Frazier, 16 runs, 12 hits, 3 errors, 9 left on. Chartiers-Houston, 12 runs, 11 hits, 5 errors, 9 left on. Winning pitcher is Camden Stokes, works the final 2 1/3 innings, charged with 3 runs all earned. Gave up 5 hits and walked 2, but got just what he needed, and eventually the 1-2-3 inning, first time tonight that we went in order for either side, and it was in the Chartiers-Houston 7th inning. By the way, Stokes with 3 strikeouts. The loss goes to Josh Hawkins, charged with 4 runs all earned in 1 inning of work. Gave up 3 hits, couple of walks, and 2 strikeouts in relief. He was the 4th pitcher of the night for Chartiers-Houston. So with that, Frazier sweeps the season series. Chartiers-Houston drops to 5-5. That is the same record as Burgettstown, but Chartiers-Houston has not clinched a playoff spot. Burgettstown has, because they would hold the tiebreaker if we would end up in a 3-way tie for 3rd and 4th. Chartiers-Houston will play 2 with second place California next week, starting Monday night here. Frazier has 2 with Best Center starting in Perryopolis on Monday as well. Frazier wins out and Chartiers-Houston loses out. Frazier goes to the playoffs, the Bucks do not. If Frazier loses a game or Chartiers-Houston wins either of their games with California, it will be Chartiers-Houston going to the postseason, and Frazier will be on the outside. Time to recognize our player of the game, brought to you by Washington County College Center, operated by Community College of Beaver County.
Start strong and stay local. CCBC's Washington County College Center gives you the edge to get ahead. High school students can learn to fly before they drive with our Aviation Academy. If helping others is what you do, let us help you. Advance from LPN to RN and open new doors in your healthcare career. Or get ahead in college by earning general education credits. No matter your path, we're here to help you move forward. Learn more at ccbcwashington.com.
Certainly, when you consider player of the game, we got to consider the top 4 spots in the Frazier batting order. 21 plate appearances on the night, 16 times they reached base out of that 21. You'll take that. You'll win a lot of ball games when you do that. But I'm actually going to go to the bottom of the Commodores batting order and to their relief pitcher, Camden Stokes. The winning pitcher in the game, worked 2 2/3 innings, did give up 5 hits and 3 runs, but also the 2-run double set the final score, and that's really took the air out of the Bucks' sails. And for that, Camden Stokes is our Washington County College Center, Community College of Beaver County player of the game. Tonight's game here on the WJPA Sports Network, brought to you in part by Walsh Valve and Specialty Incorporated, wishing the Bucks good luck driving for the playoffs. By Curtis Pharmacy in Washington, Claysville, Connellsville, Carmichaels, and online at curtispharmacy.com. By Washington Financial Bank, for 125 years, proud to be the bank that gets you. By Visit Green, Greene County has something for everyone. Log on, visitgreene.org. By Camera Bartolotta for Pennsylvania Senate. Find out more at cameraforsenate.com. By Bell Print and Stitch, digital print, embroidery, design, and fundraising. Bell Print and Stitch in Bentleyville and on Facebook. By CNX Dreamfields, making your dream field come true. By the Washington Greene County chapter of the Pennsylvania Sports Hall of Fame, celebrating our region's rich athletic tradition. And by Washington County College Center, operated by Community College of Beaver County. WJPA's Stretch Drive coverage now on a 5-day break. We're back at it Monday and Tuesday next week as the baseball regular season ends and the final playoff spots are still to be decided. Thanks to head coaches Tanner Phillips and Rob Dorkin, to athletic directors Dan Alderson and Mandy Hartman, and to our friends here with the Washington Wild Things. For our floor director Nate Rigotti and Cam Fritz on camera, I'm Bob Gregg. Thanks for being with us here on Pennsylvania's radio sports leader for more than 80 years. From EQT Park in Washington, your 2A baseball final score, Frazier 16, Chartiers-Houston 12. This has been a presentation of the WJPA Sports Network.